All right, here we are, the official, had a big boat release party here tonight. Nobody showed up, though. They're like, I don't know, bro. It sounds like a shitty party to me. I've heard Big Boat already. So if you saw the first recap a couple weeks ago, it was the unofficial, leaked version recap. Now we got the actual version. Pretty much the reason I bought the actual version, just so I can get that sucker. I was like, oh, yeah, I'd like to hang that up in the background, man. It look kind of cool in the videos, maybe. We'll see. I mean, it definitely works for the Big Boat release party recap video here. I don't even know how to do these things. I mean, if you haven't noticed by now, if I'm recapping, it doesn't matter if it's a TV show or a Phish show or a sporting event. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing, really. I think I would have figured out some kind of format by now, but we're just going to go, I'm probably going to forget some things. I'm probably going to get some things wrong. I'm not going to get as many obvious things wrong as I did in that first. I mean, things people do. I thought it was a Mike song. I mean, look, I'm not the only one. Some poor soul out there tweeted directly to Mike telling him how awesome they thought his song was. He was like, oh, cool, I'll tell Paige. I'll let him know you like that song. It does feel like a Mike song. And, well, let's just start at the beginning, I guess, with Friends. This album starts out great. It's like, bam, right when you hear the intro to this song, it's like, all right, we got some drums. Here comes Paige with the piano. Then it's a Fishman vocal song, the Fishman song on the album here. It's nice. He just always has that kind of crackle and rosy rhythm to his songs whenever he's wanting to sing. It just seems to be his style, He's a one-trick pony when it comes to singing. I just can never really take him seriously when he's on vocals. But I guess Friends, we're supposed to take that as, I guess it's a serious song we're supposed to listen to. It's not like a joking moment where we're waiting on a vacuum solo. Could get some vacuum solos out of Friends, I suppose. But then Breath and Burning, we've all heard Breath and Burning a million times by now. It's got the Rage with Paige part. I'm sure people will always scream out and shout for that. That'll be awesome. Home, this is a Paige song. This is the hit on the side of the Paige songs on here. I'm liking this one. Had that little part from the teaser. The teaser they released a few weeks back now. That part in, it starts out a little slow. It's just like a Paige song. You're like, all right, a Paige song, cool. And then it really gets jamming, so we'll see how that one ends up live. If they just play it exactly how it is, or if they really take it out there every now and then. Then you got Blaze On. We've heard Blaze On. Blaze On, No Men in No Man's Land, Breath and Burning, these songs. I'm just going to kind of breeze right through them, because we've heard them. You know the deal by now. And actually, they're much better live than what they are here on the album. It's kind of 3.5, 4-minute songs, whatever. I think Blaze On was actually 4:20. That was a nice little touch. Tide Turns, little Outer Banks riding action there, I'm guessing, from Trey and Tom. And, I don't know. It almost sometimes, every now and then, Trey almost, I don't want to say it's a poppy sounding song, but it's kind of cheesy. Waking Up Dead, not cheesy or poppy at all. Kind of, the Police were a bit of a pop band. Kind of sounds like the Police or Sting. But this is one, if they jam it out, man, at some point live, I think, I'll like it. But other people are like, oh, God, I just hate that jam. Like people that hate Carini jams. Well, I don't even know if those people exist anymore. Are there still people that hate Carini jams? Remember back in Phase 1, what we used to call 2.0, some people hated Carini jams. Phase 1. Or no, that was still Phase 1, actually. Phase 2 didn't start till 2009. Kind of glad Trey cleared all that up for us. Running Out of Time, and a slow Trey song. All right, you got another slow Trey song on it. We got No Men in No Man's Land. Then we got Miss You. It finishes strong with the guitar, some guitar action. I'm sure live, like even maybe something like the song Winter Queen. You're not a big Winter Queen guy, but then every now and then Trey cranks it up a little bit for the guitar solo. It's another song written for his sister, or about his sister. Guess maybe instead of goofing on this song, I'll mention the Healing Net Foundation. If Trey's going to write the song, there's going to be times, I'm sure, at some point in a recap this year, I'm just going to be like, fucking song, talk shit about it. But I'll try my best not to, considering the whole deal with Miss You. Try to show some respect, I always wanted it this way. Oh, man, I will not ever show respect to this song. I don't like this song. Song makes me a little bit angry. I'm just like, God damn it. This is the band that I like, huh? Look, I'm just going to turn this one down if anybody's ever around, and I'm listening to I Always Wanted It This Way. More, kind of feel like More could be our new backwards down the number line. I kind of like it. It kind of grew on me, man. It's kind of catchy. It's like, all right, it's not bad, but it just has a total backwards down the number line vibe to it. I think you're probably going to get a second set or two that could end with More. Maybe even coming up real soon. Set 2, last song, More, and then Petrichor. It has its moments. A long song. Trey, as mentioned, he wrote this song like he kind of wrote the old school songs all the way. Just long composed sections, long songs, different sections. You could fool a person and think the song changed and you're on to song 14, but no, it's still Petrichor. Or is it Petrichor? Petrichor. I'm going with Petrichor. I think I tweeted out a while back, that'll make watching the recap worth it, just to see how I pronounce Petrichor. Or Petrichor. We'll see. Do they say the word in the song? I didn't listen that closely. I'm not big on the vocals. I understand that some song needs vocals. They're not just going to release a total instrumental album. Although sometimes I wish they would. I'd like to see how that goes. So I don't know, man. It just seems like with the leak a couple of weeks ago, and then they started streaming it, doing another Big Boat recap. But I guess I got to get one of Phish. Oh, that looks kind of cool. We got Big Boat and Small Boat. So I don't know. Just wanted to get an official recap here on the channel. They're not a studio album band. That's not why we're down with the Phish. It's not for their studio albums. It's for the live. It's just like Blaze On and Nomans. It's like Blaze On and Nomans. I would, probably would not be a big fan of them songs, but now I've heard what they can do live. Mercury, not Ez. Ez fucked us, man. Ez did not want Mercury on the album. Thanks a lot, Ez. Alright, guys. That pretty much does it. The official Big Boat release party recap. Or something like that. I don't know. How'd that go? How was that? Was that bad? Of course it was bad, but you know what I mean. Did you learn anything? Of course not. Thanks for watching, guys. We're out of here. Fall tour coming up soon.